Summer 1940. Europe is falling under Hitler's shadow, and his gaze turns across the English Channel. His target, Great Britain. But before any invasion could happen, he had to achieve one critical goal: complete air superiority. His plan was to obliterate the Royal Air Force, breaking Britain's defenses and its spirit. What unfolded next was a new kind of war, the first major battle in history fought entirely in the skies. The Battle of Britain. The German Luftwaffe launched a massive aerial assault, targeting crucial infrastructure like airfields, factories, and the revolutionary new radar stations that gave Britain an early warning system. Day after day, swarms of bombers and fighters crossed the Channel, intent on grinding the RF into dust. On paper, the odds were stacked against the British. The Luftwaffe had more planes and more experienced pilots, but Britain had a few secret weapons of its own. The home field advantage, meaning pilots could bail out over friendly territory and fly again, and that game-changing radar technology. But most importantly, they had unwavering determination. The pilots of the RAF, known as the Few, were a diverse group. While many were British, they were joined by brave volunteers from all over the world: Czechoslovakia, Canada, New Zealand, and many other nations, all united in the fight for freedom. These pilots flew Hurricanes and Spitfires, legendary aircraft that became symbols of British defiance. They scrambled at a moment's notice, climbing to meet the enemy in the clouds, day after grueling day. The fighting was relentless and brutal. The stakes couldn't have been higher. As the battle raged, the Germans shifted their strategy, beginning to bomb London and other major cities in what became known as the Blitz. The goal was to terrorize the civilian population into submission. But it had the opposite effect. It stiffened their resolve. The climax arrived on September 15, 1940. The Luftwaffe launched a massive, all-out attack, believing the RAF was on its last legs. But they were wrong. The RAF met them in force, and in a series of epic dogfights across the skies of southern England, they inflicted devastating losses on the attackers. It was a decisive blow. A few days later, Hitler was forced to postpone the invasion indefinitely. It would never come. The bombing of cities continued, with London enduring 57 consecutive nights of raids, but the island nation held firm. The Battle of Britain was more than just a military victory. It was a profound moral one. It proved that Hitler's war machine was not invincible. It showed that courage, innovation, and unity could stand against overwhelming odds. As Prime Minister Winston Churchill so eloquently put it, never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. Those words immortalized the pilots who defended their skies, and, in doing so, kept the hope of freedom alive for the entire world. Thanks for watching. If you found this piece of history as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the past. See you next time.